All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hoping everybody's having an absolutely fantastic morning so far. I know I am. And look at that right in front of us. Sunrise here in Anchorage, Alaska. In the aeroplane heaven, Douglas DC-3 sitting in front of us in DesertAir colors. Doing some basic operations today. Nothing too crazy, folks. Don't have anything really tuned in. Good morning, Captain. Your DC-3 is in fine condition. You've just changed the oil and checked the electrical, and the wheels are fine. Have a nice trip. Thank you, Farmer. Appreciate that. Ground hand farmer. Appreciate that, friend. Thank you. Should be a good one today, guys. About 2 flights, probably about 55 minutes. A piece on the legs. We are going from Anchorage to Chenega Bay, and from there we are heading over to Cordova. It should be really good fun. We'll just sit here and admire the airplane for a moment, let some more people get in. I just got my own notification, so I know the notifications are going out on YouTube, so we'll wait a few more moments before we get started. I did, if you are a long-time viewer or semi-long-time viewer of this channel, you probably noticed that I have moved my setup. My setup is no longer where it was beforehand. It's moved now. Now I'm sitting closer to the window for the better natural light. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I could even open the blinds to show the outside if I truly wanted to. Really give the view from up here on this floor. But yep, I moved my desk, got a completely new desk and a new setup. Everything looks it's a lot more ergonomic. I will go ahead and post a picture up in the Discord of my new setup as soon as I have a moment. Hey, RM, what's going on, bud? Welcome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in the cockpit and let's get things going. Right, Graf, what's going on, my friend? Welcome. Remember, folks, hit the like button on this stream if you have not already. We greatly appreciate that. And if you're new here and you are liking what you are seeing, please consider becoming a subscriber. We only need, last time I checked, we only need 8 more to go, folks. 8 more subs to go until 750, which is when we will do our next long-haul sub special. So good things coming along, folks. Cockpit dong, lol. Alright, let's jump. Oops, didn't want to do that. Let's jump inside the cockpit here. My goodness, we have a lot of ice. We are going to get the battery cart on, or the battery power on, rather. There we go. She's coming to life. Uh-oh, there's no audio output capture. That's not good. My apologies, folks. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. We are all turned up now. Alright, we just got our battery switch turned on. The first thing we'd like to do is get our windshield de-icer pump on. And we will also get our prop de-icer on as well to get our airplane ready to go. Looks like I forgot to defrost the windows. I know, right? Isn't it absolutely bananas? Okay, we're going to come down here to the Garmin. Again, really weird we're flying this with a Garmin. Not really. It's retrofitted, so it's normal. We got to let the Garmin kind of come to life here. Do the same thing with the other side. Now, the way I fly this airplane is just because I can't really stand programming the Garmin. I mean, I know how to do it, I don't enjoy it. What I usually do is I just program the flight using the default flight simulator flight planning tool, and that's exactly what we did today. Or not. I guess it didn't populate in for us. That's a bummer. Let me look at our VFR map here. Did it populate in here? I guess it didn't. Alright, well, never mind. I guess we are programming our flight plan by hand anyway, folks. Let's go ahead and get that over. And maybe not. You know why? I'm a dummy. That might be why. Runway 7 right, 600 feet. What? Alright, whatever. We will take a look at what we have going on here. Interesting. For whatever reason, Not sure what this 600 feet is, and we have a manual sequence. That's probably what the problem is. So let's go ahead and whatever. Oops. Whatever this is. And we will remove that as well. There we go. Now we should be good. There we go. Alright, well, is at least our flight plan now where we need to go. Wonderful. Cool. Alright, pretty much everything we need to do with the Garmin is all set and ready to go, folks. Let's go ahead and get our weight and balance all taken care of. We have to do that via the actual weight and balance panel in the simulator. It looks like today, bring this to the center of the screen for y'all. Looks like today on our flight plan we are taking 5,980 pounds of payload, 1,381 pounds of fuel, for a takeoff weight of 24,796 pounds. Alright. Cool. Flight time of 43 minutes, cruising altitude of 7,000 feet. Alright. Looking wonderful. Let's get our fuel taken care of first. You said we're bringing 1,381 pounds. We'll just shoot for a solid 1399. Works perfect. And as far as the payload, we are looking for 5,980. So we'll try for 6,000 on the dot. There we go, 6,042. A little bit more than we are calling for, but I'm fine with that. The airplane is completely fueled, and our payload has been loaded. We did it the cheap way, but oh well. 8 likes already, nice. So I'm planning to upload a video in just a few minutes. I just need to create the thumbnail. It's a full flight from LAX to San Diego. Nice, man. Very, very cool. Alright. What do you say we get this show on the road? We can pretty much get everything prepped to start our engines now. We will come down here. We will get our tanks over to left main for the left engine tank selector. We got to come over here and get our right engine tank selector on right main, which there it is. Wonderful. Let's come down here. We will get make sure our propeller patrol is full forward. Oh man, did I really do that again? Hold on, folks. Controls. I need to do something about this here. Because currently we need something tied to our prop access, which is this right here. Hang on a second. Cockpit interaction, what? Oh. That'll be why. There we go. Gotta reverse the access. You know, I always find that the accesses are all over the place. Alright, propellers. Full forward now. We're going to go ahead and get our fuel pumps on and ready to go. Right fuel pump on, left fuel pump on. Make sure our magnetos are selected. Everything's looking good there. We'll get our pitot heaters on the looking good there. Position lights will come on as well, and our beacons also to let them know that we are about to fire her up. It's probably going to take a few tries to get her going here, folks, but bear with us. We're going to go ahead and get our right-hand mixture full. Oops. Our right-hand mixture fully forward there. We have positive fuel pressure. We're going to come up top. We are going to energize our right-hand side. While that's doing that, we will crack our throttle up just a little bit to about 1 inch. About right here should do it. Lovely. Alright, let's go ahead and energize the engine with the mesh, and then let's prime, and we should fire right up. Ooh, nothing. She's gonna take a little bit to start. She's cold. It's alright, we'll try it again. Yep, and we got her running. Wonderful. We got a good start on the right-hand side, folks. Although she's not liking running at the moment, but she's up and moving. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our left hand started now. Looks like we have... Oh, we lost the start on her. We'll try again. What's going on, guys? Viewing the footage? Nice. Finally made a stream. Cool, man. Alright, engine number 1 sounds like she's come to life nicely. Still trying for our left side. Oh, so close, man. Did we get her? Can't tell, it's hard. Nope. Ugh, goodness. Next one should be a charm, though. Trying. My goodness. Starting an old car, I know. I think she's running. Yep, she is. Alright, we got her started. She's not happy about it, but she's up and going. Foot, what's up, my friend? Welcome. Didn't know you were going live. I posted it to Discord, my friend. And I've been talking about this stream for over a week now. Let our engine warm up here. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say that we can release our battery car now. We'll get ourselves over to battery and stow the cart. Everything is looking groovy on our end here. We're just going to wait for our engine to warm up to commence. Our flight plan is all programmed in here. We'll go ahead and get our altitude set. We're going to climb to probably about... Let's have a look at our area charts here. Let's climb to 2,000 initially. 2,000 feet. We'll probably hand fly her all the way up to 2,000. Alright, we can get our booster pumps off. Generators can come on. Everything's looking nice. Get our lights to bright. Alright, sounds like she is running nicely, folks. We will bring her down to a nice rumbling idle. Alright, let's take a look at our charts before we get taxiing, shall we? To get to 7 left, we are going to taxi straight out of here, being a left. Take a... We're going to cross... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to take a right onto taxiway Kilo, follow Kilo all the way down to runway 7 left. Alright, folks, should be nice and easy here. We get inside the flight deck. We are all up and running. Everything is looking nice. Engines are stable. Let's come over here. Let's get our parking brake released. The fact that you have to come down here and release that's annoying, but parking brake is released. Get ourselves above the nose a little bit. And let's give her some power and get rolling. Maybe not. What's going on here? Did we not just release our parking brake, or, Oh, I guess we didn't. Weird. Anyways. Let's get out of here, guys. Looks like the plane in Major League. I am not familiar. I know the movie, but... Love the DC-3, but it's making me want the DC-6. I've been thinking about that as well. Alright, let's get our flaps to a quarter. Yes, I'm definitely thinking about getting the DC-6 soon, for sure. What a beautiful morning, huh? Huh. Pay attention. Remember guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me, would really greatly appreciate it. Still can't believe that DC-3 can cross the Atlantic. I mean, DC-6 can cross the Atlantic. I didn't know it could either. I mean, obviously it makes sense, because that's when transatlantic ocean travel became a thing, but it's just one of those things where, thinking back to the old style liners, you know? You have some more DC-3 action coming up as well. If you take a look in the scheduled streams coming up, I threw 2 more up for everybody, so have a look at those. "24-hour stream when? Probably never." I'm gonna be frank with you, Frank. Saw them, we'll probably miss the next DC-3 flight, probably be sleeping. Yeah. That's those time zones. Alright guys, ever consider dual streaming on Twitch or Kick? I haven't. We're gonna take her all the way down here, guys. Hook me with your Prime sub if you ever made the swap. Well, thank you, my friend. I was looking at maybe trying to do that, possibly. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Here's our runway here, guys. Can't let our engines lose too much fuel flow or they will shut down. I had to reach across my body. Alright, let's get her all lined up here. Ooh. All right. Get her parked here. And we are pretty much going to be ready to go, folks. We'll bring her back down to idle power. Let's get our landing lights on now. All right, everything's looking nice. It's so funny to listen to her idle. She's barely chuggling. Flaps are looking good. Alright guys, I'd say that we are ready to go. Let's kneel back down a little bit here. Everybody enjoy the departure. One thing we will do is get our yoke back up. Actually, you know what? No, that's why. It just blocks way too much. Alright, enjoy everybody. Enjoy the departure. Eating Pez. Nice, man. Alright, how's our sim volume doing here? Sim volume looking okay. There we go. Alright, now enjoy everybody. Silence on the takeoff, but up we go. Gear coming up. A little bit of a shallow climb here. Pick up some speed. Scared to death in this thing? Yeah. She's a little slow. You gotta be ginger with her, you know what I mean? Gotta be ginger with her. But she has no problem getting up and grooving. Alright, we are going to bring our flaps up. Adjust our trim. Pick up some speed here. Make a right-hand turn to get on course. Get a good climb established here. Looking for about 500 feet per minute or so for now. Got to get up to 7,000 feet. Just passing 1,000 feet now. Still hand flying the airplane. Bring our RPM back just a little bit. Love how it sounds in the cockpit. Me too. And the airplane does fly very nicely. Get our sim sounds down just a little bit. No problem flying this plane by hand. We are still going, of course, taking up to 7,000 feet. Ooh, oh boy. Alright, as far as the cowl flaps are concerned now, we can bring them to trail. Looks like we're going to be flying right over this lake here. We can go ahead and do instrument flight rules, visual flight, all we want, because of the airplane that we are in. And just how nicely that she flies. So we're just getting her all trimmed out here nicely. There we go. Climbing for about 1,000 feet per minute right now, and no autopilot. Controlling that drift. We want to keep our climb speed right at about 105 knots. We don't really want to be dipping below that. So we're going to lower the nose just a tad bit here. Then we are going to kind of fly right out over this open water here and make a left-hand turn over the water as we continue on up towards 7,000 feet. Just making sure our engines are performing up to par, which they are. Alright, we're going to take a left-hand turn slightly to get out into this little river area here. Think you're gonna play some ATS? Nice, man. Enjoy. We are going to continue along in our DC-3. Getting on to Chenega Bay. Like I said, just gonna kind of follow this river right on along here. Alright, now we can cheat a little bit and get the autopilot on, I think, to help us out with ease of operation here, I would think. You know, this autopilot has been giving me trouble lately, and I'm not entirely sure why, but for whatever reason, whenever I turn the autopilot on, it will not allow me to adjust for our vertical speed. Like, you see what I mean? It's not allowing me, but now it goes into vertical speed mode. Thanks. Jeez. We will get nav mode on as well. Okay, airplane, what are you doing here? You know, it's not an exact science, nav mode, so I don't know. No, it's not that it's not an exact science, it's just very iffy in this airplane, so here's what we're gonna do, seeming as the autopilot is putting us in quite the predicament. We're not gonna use it at all. How about that? No, we will use the autopilot, but we are not going to use nav mode because, my lord, that was horrifying. So we are just going to turn the autopilot back on, keep ourselves in vertical speed, and heading hold mode. There we go. My goodness, what is going on? Alright, we're just gonna hand fly the airplane from here, folks. She is really struggling right now with the autopilot. Not really sure what the deal is, but we're just gonna hand fly for the rest of the way. Because that's just a little ridiculous in my opinion. Can't even turn to a heading without way overturning. What's up with that? What's up with that? Just trying to get some speed now. Get the airplane on a good course. Janet, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, as always. Something tells me it's going to get a wee bit bumpy over here over these mountains, so we're going to keep on climbing. Because I just don't like that at all. Rattled around. We get about 2050 on the RPM held here. There we go. Alright, cruise power has been set. Lovely. Now, if we could get the airplane to follow a course. Look at that view, huh? Absolutely incredible. I don't know if it's the same one, the DC-3, but I know on PMDG 6 you need to pull a lever to get the autopilot to work near the central column between the pilots, but don't know if it's the same on this. No, because this would be the retrofit. How much does this cost? Sorry, I've forgotten everything about Microsoft Flight Simulator. Haven't played in months. This, I believe, is free, if I remember properly. We're gonna go up a few more 1,000 feet here, folks. Just because, I don't know, that just seems sketchy to me, so we're gonna go up just a little bit. Go back up on the manifold pressure here to 36 inches. Get good climb power in. Look, we're 2350 on the RPM as well. Just about there as we continue along. Climbing up to 9,000 feet. Just to help us clear these mountains. I just feel a little bit uneasy being so close to them. It's bumping us around quite a bit. Rare site? What's a rare site? Oh, free? Yeah. Absolutely. You're in this old school. Oh, that's nice. What are we carrying here? Looks like some zombie apocalypse equipment, folks. Oh, man. Cool stuff, man. Very cool stuff. We get to the front of the cockpit here, just make sure we're still doing well on our speed. Doing very, very well on the speed here. We should be arriving very shortly. We zoom on out. We got to get our approach all set up. I'm not sure what to expect for a little Chenega Bay here, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy. We've got about 53 nautical miles to go. We're getting bumped around quite a little bit up here by some general turbulence as we level off at 9,000 feet. Alright, leveling off at 9,000 feet, we're going to bring cruise power back down, 29 inches of manifold pressure, and coming down to 20 and 50, 2100 on the prop RPM. There we go. But not too bad on the ground speed, folks. 158 knots. That's actually pretty quick for this old airplane right here. She is performing absolutely wonderful today through the land of Alaska. You aviate, what's going on, my friend? Hoping you are having a good day. We are just putting around in the aeroplane heaven, DC-3. She is performing absolutely wonderful for us. I absolutely love flying this airplane. It's so much fun. Remember, guys, we are 8 subscribers away from our 750 sub long haul special. Can't believe it already, how quickly 750 is coming up, and I'm sure we'll be at 1,000 sometime soon. Just absolutely wonderful stuff. Not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I'm pretty confident that we can achieve that with no problem. Oops, always do that. So we'll just go ahead and get a nice good view over from here. There we go. Beautiful view with a good old plane. Yes, absolutely. $1,000 is well on the way. Yes, it is. Got my eyeglasses off? I do. In fact, I don't even know where they are, so yeah. You're in row 4? Nice, man. Let's see if we can join you. Actually, well, I mean, you're with the cargo. You're with the nuke. Just kidding, I'm not sure if that's actually what that is, but looks like it, doesn't it? You seem to be in a new spot for streaming, new house. Nope, just moved my desk, my friend. I'm a little bit closer to the window. Well, I got a brand new desk. It's a new desk, a new stream setup. I'm going to take a picture of it after the stream and put it up on the Discord so everybody can see what I'm working with here. Yeah, so nope, just moved my desk a little bit, and then got a new desk and moved over to the right, closer towards the wall. This is an L-shaped desk, so this is that same window that's been in the background the entire time was this one right here. And I kind of figured being next to the window over here would kind of be the best for the stream. Just kind of looks better. I can't even stay a minute without my eyeglasses. Yeah, well, I should be wearing them, but for this kind of stuff, it's fine. I don't really need them for flight sim, honestly. It's really driving, which is where I have to be careful. So, if we take a look at our navigraph here in regards to where we are headed for the arrival, I don't really have any concerns. It's a pretty well-looking standard approach here. Which runway does it want me landing on? Congrats 1K? Yeah. We're almost there. Alright, so it looks like we're probably going to try to come in on runway 16. Is that what we're calling for here? Nope, we're calling for runway 34, so we're actually calling to come in from the other direction. So I think probably what we are going to do is we are going to pass over while we are getting bumped around. We are going to pass over the mountains here and then make a big looping right-hand turn towards Kissa out there on our right-hand side. So let's see if we can't enter in Kissa before PCFB up here. Or at least the VP 063 Kissa. At 1000K, you have to make the VA, maybe. So, love this airplane, guys. Absolutely love it. Fantastic stuff. It's just something I love about these old airliners, and you know, there's one thing I notice is I feel like too many people will stream with an old airliner like this. I always loved the DC-3. It is still one of my favorite airplanes, so you know I can't resist taking it up, especially in such a detailed manner like this. By the way, at what point does YouTube start giving you money? I'm not exactly sure. I think it might be 1,000 maybe. I don't know. I know once you reach 1,000 you're eligible for some type of partner program type thing, but this one has autopilot. It does. We're using the retrofit model. But I did hand fly it pretty much up to our cruising altitude because I don't really trust this autopilot, not in these wind conditions. I mean, I probably should be flying it by hand right now, but I think we're safe at this point. I don't really trust it to make any turns for us. That's why we are kind of just monitoring our own course, you know what I mean, and turning and trimming the airplane out as we go as far as our course is concerned, just because we're getting blown around a little bit. Also love old planes? Yeah, so do I. Old radial engines are just a fantastic thing. An absolutely fantastic thing, especially one as legendary as the DC-3, right? Really, all the autopilot should be used for in this airplane, in my opinion, is what we're doing right now, and that's cruising. And really what you do in the real world, obviously, with this would be to, you know, trim the airplane out and just let her go, you know what I mean? Just monitor your speed and your altitude and make sure you're not climbing or descending. And really what we're doing here is just using that for this altitude hold, and that's pretty much it. We're not really using it for anything else. We did go up to 9,000 feet in our altitude, but we do have cruise power on, so we're cruising at about 166 knots right now, which is pretty standard for this airplane. And all right, let's see. I'm having fun these days because the wind is strong and planes fly above my house. Nice, man. Yeah, we get a decent amount of airplane action over here too. The good thing about old planes is that they have more care put into them, whereas today it's just build, sell, and repeat. I wouldn't really so much say that. I'll disagree with you on that one. And the only reason why I say that is just because, you know, the aircraft industry is there's one of those markets where they have to make them safe. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as care into the designs, I mean, yeah, for sure. Just because it was each and every single one of these airplanes, I mean, as is today, were also intuitive and also just brand new technology for back then, you know. So that's why, like, nowadays, I would say it's just building based off of old designs, but that's always how it's been. So, you know, I would say airplanes are still built with care today. But it's just times have changed, you know what I mean? Engineering's different. You probably have AI. You probably have AI building planes. Yep, robots taking jobs, yeah. Exactly like you said. Probably have the AI designing the airplanes now and everything like that, you know what I mean? Got about 9 minutes until we pass over the airport here. Straight ahead of us. We are going to start descending in just a little while. We've got about 27 nautical miles to go. Holy cow, what on earth was that big old thing of turbulence right there? You know, like I said, I noticed the simulator's been doing that again lately, and it didn't do it for a very long time. Now all of a sudden it's doing it again, and it's kind of really bothering me. Not sure why. I kind of feel like we had this problem with the simulator, not like super recently, but kind of in the early days, and now we have it again, which is kind of really annoying to me, not gonna lie. Progress of making your glider, nice. RC, cool. I've had a couple of RC planes in my day. I had a couple of unfortunate mishaps with a couple of them, though. You know, like your first couple of beginner planes. You know, you smash them into the ground a little bit. That's kind of what I did. But who didn't do that, right? Alright, so we are going to start descending, and we are also going to turn left off the beaten path here. We're going to turn to a heading of about, I want to say, maybe, I don't know, what do you think, like 110 degrees. Alright, wonderful. Just so we're going to be flying out over the water over here when we start our descent. That way we don't have to worry about landing and crash landing into mountainous terrain. "170 knots on the ground speed, though. We're getting pushed along quite nicely, it seems, by probably a nice tailwind. V1 Sims is live right now. He's taking your views. Oh, I'm sure a lot of them are live right now on a Sunday. But that's alright. I don't do it for the views, guys. Remember, I do it to have fun, and if I'm going to be streaming, I'm just going to throw it up, you know what I mean? Or if I'm going to be flying. And the views are great, don't get me wrong. I love hanging out with everybody. But those guys have been streaming a lot longer than I have, so their audience is going to be a little bit larger than mine, you know what I mean? The view is beautiful, I know. Absolutely fantastic out here in the lovely DC-3. Cruising at 9,000 feet, but we are going to start descending now. Let's get down to about 5,000 to start. Get us down to about a 500 feet per minute. We're going to bring the power down to about 25 inches of manifold pressure to make sure that we aren't increasing speed too much. We kind of want to avoid that wherever possible. Say they want us down to a little bit more, get down to like 23 inches of manifold pressure, just so, like I said, we are watching our speed, because that's very pivotal when it comes to this airplane for sure. Ooh, a little bumpy. That's alright. Just so we can enjoy the view, we're going to kind of take the long way in. Like I said, there's not going to be too much out here at Chenega Bay. It's a generally small little strip, so like I said, don't expect to see much out here, folks. Really, what DesertAir Cargo does is it's kind of like what you'd see for like Buffalo Airways, but they're based in Alaska, and it's just delivering goods and cargo to those very small remote towns. I miss the iPod days where everything was quiet and calm on the newborn internet. I know, right? The old iPod shuffle. Absolutely beautiful day outside here. Fifth gen was the king. Yeah, you know, my first iPod, or the first iPod I ever had, was actually found by myself. You know what? Does this have an approach? Oh gosh. Uh-oh, oh, poop. Oops, never mind. I lied. Yeah, select approach, none. Yeah. Well, Well, we'll make it in, no problem, I'm sure. We'll just follow right along here. We are still descending at about 500 feet per minute, just passing through 7,000 feet. Marco, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream. We are just taking a DC-3 into Chenega Bay. Descending on down now. Chenega Bay should be just over here. But we're taking the low and slow, the long, slow way down. Heading down to 5,000 feet initially. Amazing plane, amazing, isn't it? Just an absolutely just amazing aircraft all the way through. There's no two ways around it, that is for sure. Absolutely wonderful out here. Although I am starting to get a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and get a nice turn in over here. We're gonna want to turn wide around this little island, and then wide around again, and Chenega Bay should be right here on our right. Kind of tucked away back in here, I believe, is where it is. Kind of like tucked away in here. So we are going to start a right-hand turn around this mountain here, or around this island, whatever it is. What a fitting airline name for Alaska. I know, DesertAir Alaska. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I would really greatly appreciate that. Get this channel up to as many subs as we possibly can. We have a goal of 750, guys. We are currently sitting at 742. Next goal at 750 we will be doing a subscriber long haul special, everybody. Keep that in mind as we approach Chenega Bay here. Don't forget to like the live. If you like too many people forget, yeah, that's alright. do know that we need to get down to 600 feet eventually as we approach. Make another right-hand turn here. Let's have a look at our chart as well. Alright, so we are actually facing the runway heading right now. Okay. I see. Alright, so let's lower the power here. Oop. Can't lower it that much, I guess. We're going to bring the prop RPM all the way up. To help slow the airplane down. And there's 3,000 feet. There we go, we got the airplane slowed down now. Runway heading's going to be about 340 degrees. And we are going to continue descending. I'm going to go down to 2,000 feet now. Make a right-hand turn. Slip right in here is where we're going to want to go. Let's hope for an old style landing. Oh yeah. We'll see what we're going to get. I do know we have to decrease our engine power just a little bit here. On the 20 inches of manifold pressure here to help slow the airplane down. Generally in a DC-3 during your descent you don't want to have any less than 20 inches of manifold pressure as we continue on down to 2,000 feet. We're sitting here currently about 130 knots, which is perfect. I'm happy with that. What's our clearance over here on that middle island? We can't really see. We can start making our right-hand turn now. We're going to want to intercept that island, that small little island right there in front of us. Go. be an interesting arrival, folks, for sure. We're gonna follow into this little river here, or whatever you want to call it. Get down to about 1,500 feet as well. Bring the power back. This is truly what this airplane was built for, guys. For things just like this. We said our runway heading's going to be about 340 degrees, which we are just about to turn onto now. Just makes me wonder how this is modeled out here. Alright, this is where we kind of need to fly over this for just a moment, and then the runway will be right out in front of us here once we kind of get past this island right here. So, we're going to begin slowing the airplane down as well. As we prepare to get down to about 1,000 feet. We'll bring the engine to descent power, about 20 inches of manifold pressure. Great views, I know, right? Absolutely fantastic stuff. Following this water view here. Amazing views, as mentioned. Alright, there's 1,000 feet. Go ahead and give us some more power here. We're definitely going to be battling some winds for sure. For sure battling some winds on this one. And I think we can go ahead and get her off the autopilot now. I'll take care of manual control from here. Slow the airplane down even more. We've got to get down to 600 feet here at the least. As soon as we turn around this corner here, the runway should be right in front of us. Should be right past this island now, right here. Right here in front of us is where this airport should be, and there it is right there. Wonderful. All right. Let's go, guys. This is going to be interesting. Gear's going to come down. Flaps. This is all happening very quickly, folks. replay tool, recording. Enjoy the arrival. There it is right there. Boy, alright, easy. Oh boy. A little bit of a hard landing there, but we made her in. Butter, yeah. Alright. Well, welcome, guys. My goodness. Oh, man. Fun stuff. Woof. Baby. Wow. All right. Maybe that's butter for a old aircraft, possibly. Go ahead and get our flaps up now. Like I said, there's no exact, really, like, this isn't really a detailed airport, you know what I mean? It's just very basic. Extra pressure on the gear, yeah. So we're just going to come park over here really quickly. Oops, come on. And then we'll have a watch of the old view. Like I said, nothing really to this airport, just because there's not really much here in real life. I imagine we're going to get an Alaska update eventually, right? But that was a complete visual approach, which was fun. Always enjoy doing those. Alright, the airplane is absolutely zooming because this is uneven as all get out. Oh, man. Alright, we're just gonna park her right here. Alright. Lovely. Let's get our replay going, shall we? Let's get our flaps back to where they were. I believe they were at a quarter when we started. Alright, we're gonna go blank live. A couple bounces. It's just such a tiny little strip. All right, awesome. Let's get another view, shall we? Get it right from the front. Oh man, got her right in like no one's business. Alright. We can get one more view. Okay. She was built for those rough ones though, folks. We all know that. Alright, let's go ahead and get our replay view all the way forward here. Alright, and our engines are just going to start for us because that's what the replay mode does. Stop for us. Alright folks, wonderful. Welcome to Chenega Bay. From our first leg, we're going to go ahead and get our landing lights off now, and same thing with our beacons. We no longer need those, I suppose, since the engines shut down on us on their own. Let's go ahead and get our mixtures all the way closed as well. We'll get our master ignition switch off and our magnetos shut also. There we go, looking wonderful. We can get our pitot heats off, windshield heats will leave off, prop heights we're going to come off also. Alright, awesome. We're going to go ahead and get our battery cart out as well and get running off of our battery cart. Alright, well we are all here sitting at Chenega Bay, ladies and gentlemen. You know the drill, looking in lovely Alaska here. We are going to continue on, folks. We are heading over to Cordova. Give me just a few minutes to get all reset here in the lovely DC-3, you know the drill. And I will be back to you in just a little bit. Alright folks, welcome back. We are all set back up in the DC-3, exactly where we left off in lovely Chenega Bay, everybody. We are heading on over to Cordova, or the exact airport is Merle K. Smith Airport, also known as Mudhole. It's about 1 hour of airtime on this one, but I think that we're going to be zooming along quite a little bit faster than that, but maybe about 50 minutes or so. Sounds like we have another airport or airplane over here somewhere. That's weird. It's probably just FSRealistic, but I'm not flying multiplayer or anything, so that's definitely what it is. Hey, British Airways, what's going on, my friend? Welcome. So we just need to get inside, everybody. Our flight plan is already set up in the Garmin inside the flight deck here, so we just got to get inside and get our payload all configured and ready to go for us. So that's the first thing that we are going to take care of here. It looks like our weight and balance ahead of us here for this go-around is looking like it's going to be a payload of 3,450 pounds with 1,514 pounds of fuel going with us. So there we go, we're good on the fuel, and then for payload 3,450, so nowhere near as heavy as our first trip here. That should do it well. Perfect. Alright, I am satisfied with that, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty much everything that we need to do in regards to our airplane now. We don't really have anything else. We are pretty much clear to go direct to good old Mudhole, everybody, in Cordova, Alaska. So let's go ahead and get our engines all fired back up. Hopefully it's going to give us a lot easier of a time getting our sim volume back up for everybody. Let's head up over here. We are going to get our ignition switch pushed in. We're going to get our magnetos. Actually, you know what? I think we are starting this engine wrong anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our booster pump on the right-hand side. We are going to get our fuel lever down here to auto-rich. Ooh, we got to select our fuel tanks again. Can never forget to do that. That is detrimental. And this is the most temperamental knob I think I've ever had the pleasure of using in an airplane. That sounded weird. Oh, come on, man. Just get where I need you to go, please. Thank you. Same thing with this one down here. Got to bring it over to right main. There we go. We got that one first shot. Lovely. We have fuel pressure now. We're going to get the energizer going for the right-hand side. You do the flight, same flight plan at DC-3? Cool. Nice, man. Alright, sounds good. We are going to get the mesh going. We're going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get the magnetos selected now. Or not. You know, this thing's just going to be a douche. And prime. No dice. Come on, let's get her going. There she goes. Oh, almost. Oh, my lord. Giving us a hard time today, folks. Come on, let's go. No dice again, huh? Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and try the left then. Keep our magnetos off for now. Oh, what a pain. Left engine, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magneto selected. Prime. Come on, baby. Let's go. Ay, ay, ay. Oh! Come on! Ay, so close. Wow. Alright, well, we're having a hard time getting her started today, folks. Hey, who's in charge of the DC-3? We need to fix it. We'll get her. It's just cold. We had to restart the sim, so she'll fire up eventually. Just a matter of time of hoping when. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little bit of prime. Oop. Finally. Sounds like we got a good start here, folks. Hey, hey. Alright, we gotta bring the power down though, because we cannot go above 800 RPM for the start. Bring her back down. There we go. Wonderful. Auto rich. Okay, let's go ahead and try the right hand side again. Energize. Where'd Farmer go? I'm not sure. Got our left generator on. Alright, mesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magnetos. Prime. Alright, believe that she is running. Alright, wonderful guys. Perfect, exactly what we want. She's going to sit here and warm up now, lovely. Alright, now that she is warmed up, we're going to get the other generator into the on position. We're going to get our booster pumps off as well. We no longer need those. We'll get our windshield heats on, our PO heats on as well. Prop de-ice can come on. Beacon will come on also. Cowboy, what's going on? I have 2 exams tomorrow. Hopefully I do great. I'm sure you will, my friend. I have faith in you. Alright, we are all up and running, guys. Just gotta wait for our engine parameters to come up into the green on all sides. Our cowl flap should be open, actually. Alright, auto rich. Everything is looking wonderful. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta come up here, get ourselves switched to the battery. We will stow the ground power unit. Alright. Wonderful. There's got to be an easier way to, if we come down here, there's got to be an easier way to clear out those things on their own there. Looks like that just did it right there. Looks like that disconnected the wheel chocks on the outside, so we're just going to wait here and wait for the airplane to continue to warm up. We're going to bring her down to about 800 RPM for an idle. Is what we're looking for down here. It should be about 9 degrees of manifold pressure, which is about that right there. Alright, there she is idling, folks. Awesome. Changed house room. Yep, we changed the location in the room. We are in the same room as we were streaming in before. We are just more over to the right and closer to the window. I got a brand new desk. It's an L-shaped desk, so my throttle quadrant's over here now on the bend on the L, so it's not in front of me. I have it set up now so that my keyboard, my Yoke, my Airbus side stick on all of my equipment can be on my desk. There's plenty of room to spare, so I absolutely love it. All right. Carb heat's on. Alright, we should be good to go here, guys. Engines are all warmed up nicely, and we can pretty much get moving. So what do you say we go up here and get our passing lights on as well? Looking wonderful. Everything's looking good up here. Alright, let's get our flaps to a quarter. Alright, and let's get on to runway 34. So we have to come down here and disconnect the parking brake. Alright, there she is. She is all disconnected. And let's get rolling. Let's go flying, guys. Give us a little bit of power here. Get the airplane moving. Lining up now. Nice. Going to be taking off on runway 34. Just going to come on down the end of the runway here. Spin around at the end. Well, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on this stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the stream for the lovely DC-3. She's been doing wonderful for us today. Would greatly appreciate that, folks. Thank you so much. And remember, we are so close to our goal of 750 subscribers as well. Only 8 more to go until we hit that goal, ladies and germs. 8 more to go indeed. Alright, here's where we are going to spin around, folks. Go, nice turn. All right. All right, set the parking brake. We are pretty much all set to go, guys. Enjoy the departure. We're going to get our landing lights on. Everything else is looking good. Out here, looks like everything is wonderful. All right, guys, enjoy the departure. Throttle levers coming up. We're going to go to pretty much full power before we release our brakes and get on out of here, guys. Before we do that, though, we are just going to get our trim taken care of. Alright. There we go. Looking wonderful. Enjoy, everybody. Runway here. Wowzers, okay. That's alright, we are up. Lower that nose, lower that nose, lower that nose, keep our speed good. Gears coming up. To the left here to get around this mountain. Alright, flaps coming up. Still hand flying her. About 105 knots, we'll pitch up and keep about 105 knots on the speed. Alright, looking good there. Start a right-hand turn. Get out over this water here. Lovely, what a nice departure. nice and trimmed in. Perfectly fine. There we go. There we go. We have ourselves trimmed in for a nice climb here. Let's get the simulator volume down now. No longer needs to be up that high. There we go. We are going up to 8,000 feet. How's everything going? Everything is going wonderful. Geek, how are you? Alright, let's go ahead and get our climb power set now. Finer than frog hair? Oh yeah, and a biscuit. As well. Alright. Alright, so we are going to bring our power down to about 36 inches of manifold pressure and our prop down to 2350. So we're going to bring down the prop first, and that's going to drastically pitch the airplane up for us. There we go. The prop's looking good and about 36 inches on the manifold pressure. Wonderful. There we go. Now we can tune ourselves up for about a climb of about 1,000 feet per minute. Making a right-hand turn. To come out straight over this water here. Still hand flying the airplane. Like I said, we have her trimmed right in, folks. No need to use the autopilot. Maybe once we get up to cruising altitude like we did before, we will use the autopilot, but for now, we are flying by hand. Getting ready to take a shower. Nice, man. Enjoy. Go. Nice turn for us. We will level our wings here. Alright. So now it's just going to be all about keeping her level, in level flight here, and just maintaining our speed. Like I said, we're looking for about, looking for about 105 knots. I'm not used to this new desk setup yet, so I keep ramming my knee off the side of it. So my apologies for that little shake we just had. We're trying to maintain about 105 knots on the climb speed, and we'll go up to about 8,000 feet. We are passing, just about to go above 3,500 at the moment, so enjoy the ride, folks. Flying by hand today. She is trimmed in wonderfully, folks. You know, I've very often heard that in the real life this airplane is very ginger to fly. Looks nice out your window? Yeah, it's beautiful outside right now, surprisingly, but we're getting some really bad weather tonight into tomorrow, so... and Tuesday night into Wednesday as well. Love these old-time airplanes, man. They fly so smooth, nice and slow. Very forgiving aircraft to fly. If you're ever looking something to hand fly, this is definitely going to be one of my suggestions. For sure, because everything about it just screams fantastic. Like I said, we are exactly where we want to be in regards to our prop RPM, and same thing with our manifold pressure. We're just really making sure that we aren't going to be starving the engine of power in any way, shape, or form. Watching our vertical speed, we're climbing at about 700 feet per minute currently, which is a good climb rate. The climb rate would be typically between 700 and 1,000 feet per minute right now, given like wind conditions and everything. So the airplane is performing spectacularly as expected. On our way up to 9,000, or is it 8,000 or 9,000 feet we're cruising at for this one? Let's see. Like I said, the airplane is so trimmed out that I can take my hand off the controls for several minutes. 8,000 feet. Imagine we are getting hit by a headwind pretty massively right now. Got 104 knots on the ground speed. Almost there though, almost at 8,000 feet, about 1,300 more feet to go. So, how's everybody doing today? Everyone having a wonderful day? Along with myself. Hope everybody is. Remember guys, hit the like button on the stream if you would. We'd all greatly appreciate that. And only 8 more subscribers to go, guys, until we reach our goal. Truly line back up on course here. Looking for a track of about 347 degrees. The DC-3 has a cruising altitude of 25,000 feet. It would take a while to get there. Yeah, this airplane would never cruise. I think that would be max altitude, but in an airliner situation, I don't think we would ever cruise that high, man. Yeah, I was gonna say ceiling. There you go. I'd say maybe a max altitude of 25,000, but all of the passengers would be freezing up there. And I imagine that the C-47 probably cruised way up there, but that was a warplane. They all wore bomber jackets and junk. Alright, let's begin our right-hand turn now towards our next waypoint on our Garmin there. Coming up on 8,000 feet here. Now that we are at 8,000 feet, it's going to be 29 inches of manifold pressure. And bringing our props back to about 2,050. On the RPM, there we go, leveling right off at 8,000 feet. Alright. There we go. We can get our altitude hold on now. Alright, lovely. DC-3 cruise comfortably at 10,000 feet, 185 miles per hour. Yeah, we'll probably end up cruising at like 160 here shortly. Getting our right-hand turn back to our track now, 074 degrees. Mego stream, nice, man. Alright, away we go, guys. Right on course. How long until I land? See that TTG up in the top corner right here? TTG, that is time to go, my friend. 26 minutes. Oh boy. Whoops. A little bit of a misclick there. No big deal, guys. No big deal at all. Waiting for the stream since you schedule it? Well, you're in luck, my friend, because if you look next week, there's another DC-3 stream scheduled as well. If you are enjoying this one. I love these old-time airplanes. They're some of my favorites, of course. Getting bumped around a little bit, it seems. World War II airplanes are nice. Yeah, I love the old piston jobbers, you know what I mean? Always been some of my favorite aircraft. Let's go ahead and set up another view for us, though. Just so we can kind of be back here on this side as well. Go. Now we have that custom view set up. Lovely. There we go, cruising at about 163 knots, 8,000 feet. Nice slow cruise for us here. Beautiful airplane to cruise in. The airplane just hand flies absolutely wonderfully. Nothing wrong with it at all. She's rugged and she's tough. No problem for that little strip we just took off from. Now on our way to Cordova, everybody. We're going to Mud Hole. That's the name of the airport, Mudhole. But alright, I am going to come up top and, well, I'm going to come up top and I'm going to get some music on for everybody. Bear with me just a moment. I am going to use the restroom as well, so a quick break once I get the music on. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are cruising. We'll be there in about 25-30 minutes or so, give or take. So enjoy, guys. Alright everybody, I have returned. Thank you for your patience, per usual. Always appreciated. What happened to our flight data? There it is. It's still cruising nicely, I see. Oh, you're a little bit off course. It's no big deal. Restroom is still up. Oh. Gosh, this airplane just flies so nice. I can't get enough of it. Alright, lovely. About 16 minutes to go there. Maybe we can do a shared cockpit. Yep, we are in the talks of that, my friend. In the talks. He and I's schedules are just kind of opposite of each other, if you know what I mean. Not really, but they're just different. They're very different from each other, so it's hard for us to kind of put aside some time to test it out, you know. But we have indeed spoken about it, so don't worry, it is in the works. Here we go, we have heading hold mode on now. He works when you're off and you work when he's off, exactly. I talked to him recently and he said he gave me a particular day of the week that's going to work best for him, so that's kind of like what we're going to go off of. It's just going to be, I'm home, working from home twice a week, so we have the potential to absolutely work on something here for sure. For sure looking forward to that. Oops. Did not mean to touch that. Oh, gosh darn it. Just accidentally closed out the music. Lucky you get to work from home 2 days a week and you have to play in traffic in the road 5 days a week. Boy. On takeoff, different left because you're not familiar with the factor force of the ascending prop blade, lighting more air and going left the more rudder under rotation fixes the center drive. Ah, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not used to flying propeller aircraft like this for sure, so that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. We'll have to remember that for next time. Right, Rada. Good piloting? Oh, yeah. We tried. We put her down a little bit rough, though, on our first arrival. We're going to try to be a little bit more smooth this next time around. You see that we have a Buffalo Airways DC-3 stream scheduled for this upcoming weekend. A daily sked. And we scheduled a few more as well. Let's see what else we have here, because I keep forgetting. We have Air Asia coming up on the 18th, and we have, like we said, Buffalo Airways Daily Skid on the 13th. So those are coming up, folks, and I'll probably end up scheduling a few more streams as well. I want to focus a lot of time in the A320, so we'll be expecting a few more A320 streams coming up here shortly, and that's the Phoenix A320. If you guys aren't familiar with Buffalo Airways, then you should watch the show Ice Pilots. It's a reality TV show. But can I do the A380 or A350? Unfortunately, there is not a viable A380 or A350 for the simulator, but once there is, for sure, the A380 has been on the list for a long time, class hero, so you can expect that for sure. Buffalo Airways has always been my favorite livery for the DC-3, same. And I bought the payware version of Yellowknife that's out there. It was like $7. It's not the best thing in the world, but the Buffalo hangar is at least there, so we're going to be using that payware scenery this upcoming weekend. But yeah, FlyByWire is working on an A380 there, class, so as soon as that's released, we will be doing many trips in it. I can absolutely promise you that. Absolutely promise. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so already and you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and consider turning on notifications for the channel so you will be notified whenever I go live or post a video. Let me know if you guys like these older airliners. I know I've been enjoying them. I'm also going to put a poll up in the chat for the stream that we are going to be doing on what days are those streams scheduled that I have coming up here. I have the Buffalo Airways, that's tomorrow. I lied. Geek, you're in luck. Buffalo Airways DC-3 is tomorrow. More DC-3 action tomorrow, folks. That'll be fun. And then Saturday we have Air Asia. And then Sunday of next week, I'm going to put up a poll later on today on YouTube and Discord. So go check out the poll I'm going to be posting. It's actually going to be on YouTube, and I'll put the link to it in the Discord so everybody can vote on what we are going to be flying on Sunday next week. Lufthansa through the DC-3, they did. They did not know that. I mean, how many people, I mean, realistically, who hasn't flown the DC-3, right? The DC-3 has only been the world's most viable aircraft for the past however many so years. We'll try to get up to 15 likes today, guys. If you are just floating in here and you haven't hit that like button yet, please do me a solid. Hit that like button to get me up to 15. We only have one more to go. Then also, if you are new here and you are enjoying the DC-3, there's going to be another DC-3 stream tomorrow, folks, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Buffalo Airways will be doing their daily skid flights that they used to perform before that got shut down. So go ahead and join us for that one as well. We'd greatly appreciate it. 8 more subscribers to go, guys, until 750. Absolutely amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. And I was even thinking about possibly for 750 guys doing a giveaway. So if you want to have a chance at winning a product for Flight Sim, not exactly sure what it's going to be yet. It's going to be something that's cross-platform, so don't worry. We'll get you all set up with something nice to take home for a giveaway for the 750 subscriber special. That ought to drift some people in here, don't you think? How hard is taxiing it in this bird? Well, I have the Duckworks mod on it here, so we don't have to, so it's got a turning tail wheel in the rear. So we don't have to use the engines or anything like that to taxi like you would have in the normal world, having a free spinning tail wheel. Taxiing this airplane on the ground isn't very difficult. I mean, it is a tail dragger, so it is a little weird having to overshoot your center lines a little bit in some cases. And then really, when it comes to turning onto the runway, I mean, you're turning at like 3 or 4 knots, just completely cranked on the rudder pedals. But yeah, the Duckworks mod has it so you can actually turn the airplane without the engines, and the tail wheel will just kind of, it's kind of like auto rudder would be, essentially. But it's for this airplane, and it's done using a nose wheel steering axis, which I have set up on my Yoke, so it's not too bad because of that, thankfully. Alright, we are starting to approach our destination here, folks. We got about 9 minutes to go until we descend or need to make our left-hand turn to turn towards our approach. We are sitting at 9,000 feet, so here's what we are going to do. We are going to get down to probably 3,000 feet to start, so we're just going to get ourselves heading down now and then get our vertical speed going. So we're going to aim descent power about 23 degrees of manifold pressure, and then we'll get ourselves getting down. Also want to shoot for about maybe 600 or 700 feet per minute on the descent rate. We'll go 800. The music can come off as well. There we go, guys. I know everyone wants to hear the lovely prop liner. Can I do a 787 Dreamliner? You know, we've tried the 7.8 a few times, man, and it just boils down to the same thing. If anyone's ever seen me fly on this simulator, what's one thing that I absolutely cannot stand? That is incompatible airplanes, or airplanes that just have monstrous amounts of bugs. DC Concorde, one of them. DC Designs Concorde is one of those. Captain Sim 777 is one of those. Salty Sim 74 is one of those. And unfortunately, my friend, the Heavy Division mod and General Boeing 787 is one of those. So I don't think I'll be taking any putts around in that airplane until we have something like a Quality Wings or something like that that gets released for the simulator. That's when we'll pop up in one of those. But for now, unfortunately, my friend, it's looking like no 787 until we have something that's just going to fly a lot better for us and just overall be a lot more enjoyable of an experience. Less aggravating, you know what I mean, in terms of performance. Because that's one thing that's just an immersion killer. Obviously, for a flight sim, you want it to have some aspect of realism. So the fact that that can get taken away is really a killer for me. Can I do a Cessna 206 in Alaska push pilot on difficult landing strips? Yeah, you have a couple suggestions? I was thinking about doing some most difficult approaches in the world and kind of making that like a series. So yeah, for sure. I want to do Kaitac. Well, that's going to be when a 7.4, when PMDG releases their 7.4 is when we'll do Kaitac for sure. That'll be fun. To do a paro? What's a paro? Oh, yes. Capitals. Capitals, geek, please. Doha? Absolutely. We've done Doha a few times. I think we've done Cairo before. Although we just did visit... We did just visit Doha recently. So that one's probably going to be put a little bit farther behind the list, but we'll make our way back there, my friend. Don't you worry, class. Don't you worry at all. Join the Discord, my friend, and put any of those flight requests in the Discord. There you go, geek. That's why I was like, try para. I was like, paragliding? Is that what he means? We will definitely give it a try. That sounds like a good Phoenix A320 opportunity right there. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to practice it on my own, but we'll see. I'll practice it on my own. Maybe tonight we'll give that a try and see if we can't throw something on the schedule for that. See me as only the most senior of captains are even allowed to perform that approach to begin with, so unfortunately for me, I am not the most senior of captains by any sense. You should put titles Dubai Doha in the video. It's right up here, my friend. See that departure and arrival? Those are our airport codes. And it's in the description of the video. I did just download the TBM 930 enhanced version, so if anybody knows about the TBM, like any good places to visit in the TBM, that's a sporty little airplane, can get in and out of short fields with no problem, so give some suggestions for that. When I lived in Hong Kong, I would go on the roofs near the airport in 747s on final into Kai-Tak for 300 feet above our heads, crazy wing vortex, so I can only imagine that. That'd be so cool to see something like that. I would love that. Alright guys, we are going to slow our descent just a little bit to help account for our speed, so we're going to bring it back to about 500 feet per minute on the descent rate now to help slow us down just a little bit more. Try loop the TBM, alright. Definitely will give that a shot. We have a 7,500-foot runway to help us out here, and we are arriving onto runway 27. So it's going to look here. By Furman, we're going to want to be at 1,900 feet, 3,000 feet here by the time we get to Iqui. But at Farman, right down here, it wants us at 1,900 feet. By Ninza, we have to be at 3,000, which is our altitude right now, so we're perfectly fine in regards to that. And we just leveled off at 3,000 also, so we're going to give us a little bit more power. We're going to slow down to probably, I don't know, like 130 knots or so. Then we'll add some power back in slowly, which will start now. Go. All right. Slow down to about 110 knots as well, coming up here soon after our turn. We're also going to get heading hold off and turn this on our own, because it is just really going to throw us for a loop with the way it's going to want us to turn here. So we'll zoom right on in and follow the turn in ourselves. 3,000 feet. We will lower the power even more at about 20 inches of manifold pressure to bring the airplane down to about 110 knots. That's about pattern speed on this airplane, it's about 110. And we'll get our props open as well. Alright, there we go, folks. Great, let's make that left-hand turn. Alright, lovely. Hey, Foot, wake up. Did you eat too many noodles and fall asleep? Probably did. God, I love this airplane so much, guys. My goodness. Just flies so easy and so nicely. Why can't they all be like this, man? Getting bumped around a little bit here, though, in the little bit of some wind. Forgot positive breaker up. Can you zoom in on the 6 primary instruments for a second? Sure. Alright guys, we are going to go direct to Farming. For final. Actually, which means we can probably come over here and activate our vectors to final, which we did. Make a nice left-hand turn here to 293 degrees. And make our way down to 1900. bringing back the power as well. There's our runway out there. The runway is in sight. I can see it from here at our left-hand window out there. No problem, Snoopy. Was everything alright? Did I have something messed up? You know I'm always willing to learn if anybody has any helpful or suggestions. Alright, guys. Just curious? Cool. Alright. Alright guys, we're going to take over manual control of the airplane from here on out. We don't need to have the autopilot on anymore. We'll just take it from here. We will take it from here down to 1900 feet. Doing well on the speed. Maintain our power. Nice stable airplane, yes it is. Following our approach exactly to the T. Gotta adjust to the right here just a little bit. Is the ILS dialed in? Oh no. Visual, my man, visual. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flaps to a quarter. Start getting ready to get this airplane on the ground. Gotta get more lined up with the runway center line here. We're a little bit high, so we gotta continue to get the nose of the airplane down. Not quite like that though, my goodness. Alright, I'll bring our power down just a little bit. Get our gear down as well. Flaps to half. little high still. We can fix that. Flaps coming up to 3/4. Get our replay ready to go. Replay tool is recording. Boy. A little bit high, but we're just going to take it in, guys. All right. And then slowly lower the nose wheel. And welcome everybody. Lovely. All right, guys. Thanks, Snoopy. Watch the airspeed. Yeah, I know we were a little fast, but we got her on down nicely. Thanks, Geek. So I really have no idea where we're going. We'll bring her right up to the little terminal, I guess. What are the flap speeds? The flap stall speeds? I have no idea. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. All I know is our rotate speed for the last flight was about 70 knots, so I just kind of gauge it based off that. We're just going to pull right up front to this building here. Freak these guys out a little bit. How's it going, fellas? Pull right on up for our lovely passengers today. Alright. What do you say we go ahead and watch the replay, shall we? welcome to Blank Live. Nice landing and taxiing. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so stall speed on the flaps. I just pulled it up here quickly. It looks like 20 degrees flaps, no more than 105 knots. Those are the safety speeds. 30 degrees, no more than 99. 40 degrees at no more than 97. Full flaps, no more than 95. The stall speed is equivalent to about 58 knots. Minimum speed is 76. Full flaps 58 knots, no flaps 65 on landing. So it looks like, yeah. So I mean, I guess it's all dependent, I guess. But we drifted right in at about 70 knots, 3/4 flaps. We're the passengers, we were a cargo plane today. Yeah, what did we touch down at? Like 70, 71? Slowly lowering the power here. We weren't quite center line, but 65 knots on the touchdown speed. That's almost literally perfect. Go ahead and back her up. We'll get another view. I'd say that was a pretty darn good approach to me, guys. What do you think? Love the DC-3. She's such a forgiving airplane. She floats right down. You close the power. She floats. Doesn't argue with you. She just sets down on the runway. Even with a little bit of wind here, we had no problem. Yeah, we were perfect. Right on the money on that one, guys. Right on the money. The DC-3 is such a good little airplane to fly, and even though it's not little, but you know what I mean. Love the DC-3 for this reason. If you just want a nice calm day of streaming and just hand flying an airplane that's so forgiving, this is one of them. Alright, we can get outside as well. What cargo? This cargo. The nuke. The nuke. Remember, guys, hit that like button if you haven't done so already for me. Would really greatly appreciate that. You'd all do absolutely amazing if you could. We have hit our goal of 15 likes, so thank you so much, everybody. And then remember, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel as well. We are shooting for 750 subscribers, everybody. Is this airplane really used in Alaska? It sure is. It's used all over the world, my friend. All over the world. From Africa, South America, North America, you name it. And me trying to get the, the tail straight. And then touchdown. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Such a great airplane, man. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Can't ever get enough of it, man. The reference of Madagascar. South Africa. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. That's going to be the end of today's stream. I so apologize about that. I have a date in the living room with my lovely girl, so I'm going to head inside and take care of that. But we're going to get one last view, folks. You know the last view of the day is always from inside the flight deck right here. Right about here will do. So enjoy this last landing view, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember, tomorrow, guys, more DC-3 action for those of you that like this airplane. More DC-3 action. We're going to be way up north, the northwestern territories of Canada, going Yellowknife to Hay River and Hay River back to Yellowknife. The Buffalo Airways daily sched flight flown by Buffalo Joe himself for over 40 years. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Like I said, we're going to get one last view here of our landing from the nose just to see how well we did. And thank you so much, everybody. Have a great, fantastic rest of your afternoons with your loved ones and families. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye for now. I lied. Not thank you for watching. Blank replay. Alright, guys. Take care.